So it's obvious that the town of Apple Valley is responsible for the erosion control here, but when are they going to come finish this? When is all this town trash going to be strategically placed to where it can do some good? Because the way it is right now, it's just helter-skelter. Are they going to wait till the rainy season to come deal with it? Or should they be dealing with it now? Because where it's at on the inside radius doesn't do much good. Where it should be is on the outside radius. Where it should be is along this side, so as the water comes down and goes to the outside radius, it keeps the rushing water from eroding the soil, which in turn will undermine the footing of that private building right there and cause the town liability. Or is it going to end up being a matter of breakdown in communication? Because we showed you the safety issues for children, now we want to know is why isn't the town finishing the job? And is this how Frank's going to run the water company? Is Frank going to run the water company where he starts something, he doesn't finish it? And if this is town-owned property, which it may very well be, what's with all the trash over here? What's with all this? Because I'm thinking the town has the rights to this right here for flood control reasons. But as usual, Frank isn't going to finish the job in time before the rains. In fact, I'm sure all this was here for the, quote, El Nino. And if that's the case, all this should have been put in place properly before El Nino. But it didn't get done because this didn't just get here. So once again, Frank Robinson and his town of, oh, you know what I want to say. I just love the employees over at the town of Apple Valley because you know how it is. They get big paychecks and they do very little. Some rebar to spear your kids. A little more wire mesh to poke your kids. Got that pipe right there to see right there to hurt your kids, all rusty, tetanus. Kid be walking over this stuff. Check this out. Kid get up here. This teeters. Falls down, breaks their ankle. And this was all put here by the town of Apple Valley. So is this storm drain ready for the winter? Doesn't look like it to me. Got graffiti, trash and debris in the storm drain. Got ourselves a little more graffiti on town-owned property. Got rebar here for somebody to fall down the hillside in the dark. This should all be barricaded off. Something else I'm going to show you over here. You remember the lift station that the town of Apple Valley had? Well, we determined that all of that construction trash was on private property. We thought it was the town of Apple Valley's property. So that technically made it illegal dumping. And we'll get to that later. But this right here, and I'll show you in the video, is from the lift station. They brought all that concrete over here and dumped it. So, if this is where they're bringing it, and they already had the tractor over there, but this by no means is enough to fill up a dump truck, and so what? They can make 2 trips. Why isn't the concrete out in front of the lift station where they poured the cement on the ground from the leftovers in the cement truck twice? Why wasn't it brought over here? They're not paying to dump it. They're not taking it anywhere, so it could have been recycled and dumped over here. But yep, this is how they're going to run your water company if they get their hands on it. Nobody over there pays attention to anything. A little something for your kid to get hit. So that'd be Frank Robinson with his lack of local control, because you know when you give him local control, he's going to be able to do everything right. Your kids, what do you want? Measure W? I wouldn't give it to them. They don't deserve it. Okay, right here in the town of Apple Valley, where your overpaid city employees do a fine job. Go look at their website where they talk about what a great, dedicated workforce the town has, and how they're working for the future to make Apple Valley great today and great for generations to come. And all this is just a bunch of trash dumped on the ground in its current state. And they're going to treat your water company the same way. They have no respect whatsoever. No management, no organization, and no maintenance. A little more rebar for your kid to get hurt on. See it right here? Good job, Frank. You never cease to amaze me. And you get $340,000 a year for what? Because you're sure the heck not managing the town very good. I'm sure once this video gets on YouTube, Frank will be out here fixing it, just like everything else. He waits till I get it on YouTube, then he goes out and he takes care of it. It's not usually the way it works.